Hey everybody, welcome back to Always On Gaming. I'm Robert. In today's episode, we're going to enter further into Hirata Estate. Please don't forget to support my channel by hitting the like button and subscribing down below. My goal for this video is to get 25 likes once again, so if you could help me out, that would be greatly appreciated. Had an unfortunate event happen where I actually recorded about half an hour of gameplay, and right as I was saving the footage, it failed to save and corrupted the file. Unfortunately, during that time, I did fight a mini boss. The game itself saved, just not my recording, so I won't be able to show that again. But I will kind of go back through the process to get to where I was. So right here, kind of going back through this area where, in I believe it was episode 2, I actually died right here, kind of getting reckless and just rushing in. So this time I'm kind of going through a similar path that I would usually take to get through here without getting hit. Go ahead and give a death blow to him and run up to these next sets of enemies. So we're going to go on through here, take this first guy out. You're able to get a death blow on him without being noticed. The second guy will fight him. These people with the axes, they always are harder for me to predict. They land that real quick attack that kind of messes me up. But this guy, I mean, he's not a big threat. We'll go ahead and take him out. He's a little harder when you fight him with a group of people because he is more unpredictable. We'll go up, take this guy out real quick. This is a little easier of a sequence. Take him out, and then we'll use the axe to bust his shield. Instantly get a death blow on him and him. I have been trying different capture software, not having a whole lot of luck with them. I'm having issues with them actually recording the footage, so that's why I was recording and lost footage. That kind of messed me up. I thought I found a software that would work real well for me, and it ended up not. So I'm back to using my original software. I believe I was able to tweak it and get a little bit better quality out of it. This area of Hirata Estates is a little bit more difficult than what I've previously been showing in my other videos. A lot more enemies grouped up together, and there's a few more difficult enemies sprinkled throughout here. I really hate that I missed the one enemy. That would have been a good one to show and showcase his attacks. You have to use that Makiri counter on him, or else he's very difficult. He's still difficult nonetheless with using the Makiri counter, but he's nearly impossible if you do not have that equipped. We're just going to take out these two guys and rush ahead. Just take out this last archer here. Oh man, I missed my attack. Got hit once, but that's alright. Go ahead and take him out. And there's two enemies actually down here hiding. If you just rush up the hill, these people will kind of flank you from behind. So you want to get them first. Kill him. Block. Kill him, and then you can actually grapple up this hill right into the fray of the enemies and just start taking them out. This is kind of what I found is easier than running up the hill. Running up the hill, they can kind of start picking you off, and just a few arrows will take you out. This way you can kind of get ahead of them and take them out before they can even really start attacking you. Take out this last archer here, and then we'll go across the bridge. What I like to do here, rather than just rushing straight across the bridge, is you can actually go around. You can't, they'll see you, you can't necessarily sneak, but you can just grapple around here, get a little bit closer. We might be able to get a death blow on one enemy. Yep, we can get a death blow on this guy before he even notices we're here. Go over here, use our axe, and get a death blow on this guy. And now we're down to 2 enemies, whereas if we would have just ran across the bridge, we would have been fighting all 5 of them. So this guy is pretty easy. Just try to stay out of his range of attack. If you are within range, you can counter him, but if he does land an attack on you, it is devastating. He'll take away a good bit of health. After he does that, he actually uses up some of his posture during that attack. If you block it or counter it, it does a lot more posture damage, so he's pretty easy. You can take care of him and run up this hill. So once you get up this hill, we'll see here that Hirata Estates is on fire, and over here is actually the owl, who is the wolf's father. We'll go ahead and talk to him real quick, see what he has to say.
I'm afraid I made a bit of a blunder.
So it doesn't really say how he gets in this situation here. That would have been nice to know. Maybe he just got overrun by enemies.
No point. It's too late.
But after talking to him, he is actually going to give us a key that we'll need to take on the boss of Hirata Estates, Lady Butterfly. She's pretty difficult. She'll be really the first difficult fight during this playthrough.
The estate mansion. You'll find
So it looks like the divine heir who I'm supposed to be protecting is inside the Hirata Estates.
past the fire. Yes, sir. Perhaps the cliff.
I gotta go around this backside of the mountain here to get to the next area.
Then look for the side road along the cliffs. Take the back entrance through the cemetery. That's your way in. Understood. Wolf, never forget the Iron Code. Yes, the master is absolute. Wolf, protect your master with your life.
Father.
So before we actually head further into the Hirata Estates, there's actually a hidden enemy down here. So if we jump down into the river and go up in between these two rocky areas, we're going to find an enemy up here who gave me a heck of a lot of trouble my first playthrough around. I probably fought this guy 20 times, and I'm not exaggerating, maybe even more. This time around, he's a lot easier. It's really about learning his moveset. I mean, he does do a lot of damage to you, but he has a lot of different moves, and he has a really long range. So the best thing to do with him is counter as much as possible. You want to try to get his posture damage up. That's the easiest way to fight him. Here, I did not do a good job of getting his posture damage up. I was able to just actually chip away his health. I wanted to take a second to give my impressions of Detective Pikachu. I thought that overall it was a good, not great movie. I was hoping that with this movie, they would be setting up a bigger universe for future Pokemon movies, but they failed to do so. The CGI and battle sequences were the highlights of the film, but they all seemed rushed through. This was disappointing because it was the best part of the movie. Most of the time, the Pokemon you see are just passing by. Only a few are focused on. I would also have liked to see the Pokemon interact with each other more often. These are a few things that separate this from being a great film. We're continuing to whittle down this guy's health. You want to play defense with this guy as well. His attacks do so much damage that you really have no choice. Just a few hits will take your posture damage all the way up at this point in the fight. If you were to fight this guy later in the game, you would be able to block a lot more of his attacks. That kick he does, you can actually do a Makiri counter to that and get a hit or two in after. That's a really good technique to do. He also has an attack where you can jump over it and then do another jump on his head to increase his posture damage. Here, I think he's kind of glitching up. I don't know what he's doing. Try to get a free hit on him, but he actually hits me. You can also counter that kick if you, or deflect it rather. See right there, you can do the head kick. But you can deflect that other kick if you time it just right. One other technique you can do is if you just kind of stay on the outside of his range, you can just continue to do thrust attacks. After he does a combo, he has a little window where you can hit him, and if you do that, you can kind of chip his health down that way as well. My first time fighting this guy and beating him, that's actually what I did. This time I'm a little bit more confident in outright fighting him, although he is still hard. Here he's got me low health again. Just try to deflect him, get a hit in when you can. So you want to continue to block his attacks as much as you can. Stay on the outside of his combos. He does such high posture damage. And also, keep your health high because your posture regenerates faster the higher your health is. Keep that in mind. Here, try to get a free hit in, blocks it. This guy can be so frustrating. He's really difficult. Let's see there, I'm staying on the outside of his combos and just landing a powered up thrust attack, and that really helps. Does a lot of damage. Come on, man, just die already. This guy is so frustrating. Luckily, we have a little bit of experience, but if this was our first time fighting him, we would not be having so much success as we're having now. If you guys, need any tips, comment down below, let me know. I can help you out any way I can. We just have to slowly keep chipping his health away. Guys, comment down below, let me know what you guys are thinking of the content and how you guys are liking the videos. I don't really mind if you guys are giving any kind of constructive criticism. Let me know if you think the audio or the visuals are off, if there's anything you guys need to see improved. There may be things that you guys notice that I don't notice that need to be fixed. We're gonna go ahead and just take it right to this guy, try to beat him this first time around. I would really enjoy that if we could just beat this guy the first time. Like I said, it did take me a lot of times the first playthrough. Alright, I got a good hit in there. Just need to keep doing that a little bit more. See, my posture goes up so high that I gotta take a step back, so that makes this fight a little bit harder. So we're gonna just keep on getting in there and doing what we can. Oh, yep, get a hit in there. Get 2 hits, that's awesome. So now he's down to about a quarter of health. I hate that camera will lose lock sometimes. That really sucks on all. Oh, so he got me there, so luckily I can resurrect. What I like to do is I wait for him to stop attacking. As soon as he puts up his sword, I'll resurrect, and you can usually get a free hit in there. Just like that. So, we'll go ahead and drink up, block him, do a Makiri counter to his kick right there, hit him a few more times. You see his posture damage is basically up. Starting to get a little bit ahead of myself. I don't want to die. Here I can go ahead and fill his posture and BAM! Finish that death blow. That was a little bit of a long fight, but we got him. So we can go ahead and go up here, see what's in this door. And what we have here is another prosthetic, Mist Raven. Basically what that does is allow you to transport behind enemies. So guys, if you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon. Thanks.